So we are going to have a look today at how we can make equal groups using grouping. So I'm going to help you with question 2. Question 2 reads, here are some counters. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 counters. The first part of question 2 asks us to circle groups of 2. I'm going to show you how I've done this. 1, 2, 3, 4 groups of 2. Now, the remainder of question 2 asks us how many counters there are altogether and how many equal groups of 2 counters we have. So, I want you to have a look at the demonstration I just showed you to try and answer this question. So I would like you to pause the video and try and answer this question by completing the 2 sentences. So, how many counters do we have altogether? And how many equal groups of 2 counters do we have? So, you should have found that we had 2, 4, 6, 8 counters altogether, and there to be 1, 2, 3, 4 equal groups of 2, because we have 2 in each of these 4 groups. So 4 equal groups of 2 counters. And that's how we answer question 2. So now we are going to have a look at question 3. Question 3 shows you 1, 2, 3, 4 circles with counters in them. And it asks you to complete the sentences. Now, I'm going to give you some ideas to help you answer question 3, and then I'm going to ask you to try and complete those sentences on your own. So, I can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 counters in each of my 4 groups. So I could say this is group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. So if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 groups, how many counters do we have all together? Now remember, we can use addition or multiplication to help us get to our answer. And then finally, how many equal groups of counters do we have? Okay. So finally, we are going to have a look at question 4. Question 4 asks you to make equal groups out of a total number of 30 counters. So question 4a asks you, how many equal groups of 2 can you make using a total of 30? Because remember, we have 30 counters. Now, to me, that's the same as saying 30 divided by 2, because we're making equal groups of 2. So if we divide 30 by 2, how many groups do we have? So I want you to pause the video and complete that division. Okay, so when we divide 30 by 2, we get the answer of 15. So we can say that we have 15 equal groups of 2. Finally, we're going to have a look at question 4b. Now, question 4b asks you, how many equal groups of 5 can you make using a total of 30 counters? Remember, the groups are equal, so there needs to be the same number in each group. Now, this gives me a clue. So if I have 30 counters and I'm trying to make equal groups of 5, I can simply divide 30 by 5 to find out how many equal groups of 5 I can make. So what I want you to do is I want you to divide 30 by 5, pause the video and try this yourself. So the answer you should get is 6. When we divide 30 by 5, we get 6, and therefore there are 6 equal groups of 5. So we can make 6 equal groups of 5 when we have 30 counters.